So, it is January 2nd, 2017, day 2 of the new year. And I was sitting there trying to think of ways to work with my resolutions that I made to A, be better organized, B, make sure my ADHD and anxiety doesn't get crazy, because it does. And I was sitting there trying to figure out how I can use what I've done in the past to make a dream come true. A dream that ends the stigma that's associated with a mental illness or a learning disability. Because growing up, it was really hard. And I've got other friends that are afraid for people to know that they even have any kind of mental disorder. And the ones that are open about it, they're still ashamed of the stigma that comes with it. Like at work, they're afraid for people to know that they have it. School, they're afraid to let people know that they have it. When in all actuality, there's so many of us out there that at one point we're afraid, but then we learn to kind of embrace it. We find things to fight the passion, strengthen it, and it becomes almost second nature to us, so we don't really think about it. I mean, at times, I trip, I stumble, I fall. I'm just like everybody else. But other times, I'd rather just lock myself away in a dark room and just lay there for days at a time. I don't, but in my mind, that's where I'd be happy. Luckily, I've been blessed to have family and friends that won't let me slip into that moment. They pull me out of that moment. They're one phone call away, one text message away, one Facebook message away. And they know when I'm in those moments, don't tell me, hey, there's nothing to worry about. They're like, this is what's going on. This is what could be happening. Don't look at the bad that's happening. Look at all the good things that have happened. And it's hard sometimes. It really is. But that's why I'm going to make this 365-day thing. What it's like to live with a mental disorder. What it's like to learn new things every day, despite when things tear you down. I want people to know that I'm just as normal as everybody else. I just learn differently, I do things differently, and I struggle. So, let's talk about the passion that drives you. What takes you out of those moments when you're so anxious, when you're depressed, and you feel like your whole world's crashing around you. That's why it's important to have something that you love to do. For me, mine's kind of scattered all over the place, but they all kind of tie into each other. I mean, there's a love for music, writing, simple guitar pick, a journal that also combines my love for Nintendo. Yeah, just taking it in, writing down what you feel, because sometimes it's easier to write than it is to say things out loud. I know for me, I can write somebody 2 or 3 pages to tell them how I'm feeling, but maybe not be able to tell them to their face. That's just how I am. That's how I've always been. But lately, I've even started reading a lot more. From crazy books like this one, Carrie Fisher. It was a great book. And my Bible's not all dusty anymore. It's got a bookmark where I've been reading. And even this Photoshop book, so I can drive the passion that I found lately, that I've been happier than ever behind a camera than I am in front of a camera. So to be honest with you, being in front of the camera, kind of a little weird. Behind a camera, I'm able to express myself. I'm able to find the beauty in things that I find beautiful. I am able to express my passion, my joy. I'm able to be creative, let loose, let people see the world through my eyes, where they may miss something simple. I'm learning to embrace the small things, where before I'd forget them. I'd run straight through. And that's what I hope to do with these videos for this year. I hope that somebody sees them and they're like, hey, I'm going to go do that too. Or I'm going to start doing this because that's what I love to do. Whether it's reading, writing, if you love a sport, play a sport. If you love to bowl, It's my favorite. If you want to paint, paint. If you want to go fly a kite, go fly a kite. Just whatever. You want to start exercising? That's not me, but you go for it. You run that mile, because I'm not. I may think about it, but it's not going to happen. And so what? Do what moves you. Do what drives you. Just let it go. Since this is the first video, and there's going to be at least 300 more this year, as long as I don't forget, because I will tell you, I forget a lot of things, but that's just how I am. And what I want people to know is that if you have some kind of mental disorder, learning disability, whatever, it's not going to be an easy path. It's going to be strenuous. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be very, very eventful. You're going to want to give up. You're going to want to lay down. You're not going to fight. But I will tell you, it's one of the most rewarding things that you're going to go through. You're going to hate it. You're going to be on a roller coaster that feels like it's never going to end. You're going to be really high one day. You're really low the next day. But don't let it change the person you are. Ever. Don't let it consume you for everything that you have. It's going to knock you down. And it's going to hurt. You're going to cry. You're going to get angry. But you're going to laugh. You're going to love. And you're going to care. But the most important thing to remember is people are going to walk out on you. They're not going to understand what you're going through. They're going to leave and they're not going to think twice about coming back. But on that same hand, there's going to be people that walk in and they're going to stay. They're going to love you for the person you are. They're going to respect you for the person you are. And they're going to throw 110% of themselves to make sure you're okay. They're going to put all of their faith and fight for you as long as you stand there and fight too. As long as you don't give up, you're going to have those people that are going to take care of you. They're going to love you for the person you are. And it's going to seem like you're alone, but you're not. There's always hope. There's always somebody there that loves you. There's somebody that cares. You may not know it immediately, but for every tear that you cry, somebody's saying a prayer for you. Somebody's praying that you find the love, you find the comfort that you need. And it took a long time for me to find those people, but I found those people. And I'm blessed and so thankful that I did. I'm thankful to God that they stepped in at just the right time. Because last summer, I was down. I didn't care. I felt alone. And a series of small events led me to people that I never would have been this close to had some of those things not happened. And it's opened up worlds of windows. I mean, I feel like I have a future now. I feel like I'm going someplace. And I don't feel like anything's out of reach anymore. Because I know I can do anything I put my mind to. And I know that I have people behind me that are going to stand tall. They're not going to walk away. Even on times when I shut down and go into those moments, they're still going to be there. And they're going to say a prayer. They're going to say I love you. And they're going to treat me just as good as family does. So for 2017, I hope that all the videos that I post or the pictures that I post on Instagram, because I'm on a 365-day challenge there too, that somebody's going to read it, they're going to get inspired, they're going to try to make a difference. If you don't suffer from mental illness, step into the life of somebody that does, and just be a friend. Treat them like family. Show them you care, show them you love them. Because you might save somebody's life like somebody saved mine. So for 2017, here we go.